Hi, this is Kina Kim with PivotalDiscovery.com. Today we're here with Ronda Raymond, who's the VP of eDiscovery Solutions with Orange Legal Technologies, and she's going to share some of her thoughts about transparency and integration. Ronda, thanks for joining us.
Sure. So one of the conversations that I've been having lately with folks is really my view that we need to do a better job as vendors in the legal community of really making our systems, our services, and our solutions more transparent, less proprietary, taking out some of the proprietary hooks that exist within them, and really making them available to everyone to be able to be used for whatever the client needs them for whatever that project calls for. And I feel like what the history of our industry has done is really we've created more and more proprietary hooks in our systems and our solutions so that we're so afraid of losing clients that that's how we feel we can really hold on to them, is really by holding their data captive. And that my belief is that if we create more transparency and integration amongst all of the service providers, that really we're going to be adding a lot more value to the clients in terms of them being able to take their data and do what they need to do with them. And it really holds us accountable to make sure that then we're doing a good job. So the client's staying with us because we're doing a good job and we add value to them. And one of the areas that I'm very interested in is that I think we need to be having more conversations about things like data mapping, which is really, I think, at the core of what keeps us from moving data in and out of lots of different systems. And while there's been a push recently in terms of establishing some XML standards, my experience in being part of a development team and trying to integrate with some other solutions is that XML doesn't really provide the kind of standardization in a format, a data format, that we really need that allows for the type of integration that I'm talking about. And the reason that that is because you may have an XML standard which makes data structured in an easily identifiable way that people outside of the legal industry understand very easily. However, the problem is that if I have now extracted in eDiscovery, for example, metadata, and I have named each metadata value something, and that name or that label is specific to my process and how my software handles that, then that data is going to be mapped differently in your system. And so that is going to be a very crucial thing that I need almost a key to tell me, even if I'm using XML, a key to tell me how you've structured your file naming or your data mapping in such a way that then XML really becomes useful to me. And so this is an area that I think if we could get together and really talk as vendors more about creating integration between the different systems and what that would look like and how we can do that, I think data mapping would be a very fundamental part of that conversation. In other words, we all need to be naming things the same, and then we can structure it very easily. But if we're calling things differently and we have different processes and we're not willing to expose that to others, then really we're not going to be truly integrated, even using XML.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Ronda.
Sure.